good morning. It's about a half hour before the market's going to open here on a Monday, October 20th. I just wanted to go over some earnings we have this week. Earnings really heating up. Starting off with Apple and Chipotle Mexican Grill today after the bell. Apple is pricing in about a $4 move for earnings, so that's almost a 4% move. Apple is up here pre-market. I'll just pull up a chart here for Apple before the bell. Apple hit its low on Thursday, and much like the rest of the stock market, has recovered most of its losses here. It's up from the 97.67 level on Friday. And if you want to look for Apple, and this is the S&P 500 chart, the ETF that tracks the S&P 500. It's a weekly, and just pull up Apple. I just want to show you Apple, and from a long-term perspective, still remains bullish to the upside. It's a 5-year weekly chart. You can see that big candle down last week. But in the whole context of this bullish flagging pattern, looks like we're going to move to the upside. That's what it looks like to me. But if you want to look, let's pull up the option chain here for Apple. And that's Amazon. Amazon reports at the end of the week. Apple at the start of the week. And you can look, maybe the hundreds, $1.20. That might be an attractive buy. We have some significant open interest there at that level. That's going to be a big psychological level to break. I would not be surprised to see Apple spike to the upside. We had some negative news out this morning from IBM. Apple has been beaten down the last week. Yeah, I think the stock can head over, and it's up 0.75% here before the bell. I think it's going to head over $100 post earnings. But what do I know? We saw last earnings report not so good, and we said have some spikes down here on the release of the new iPhone. So we're heading into the holiday season. We have reports from, and this is a stock I think might break down here. It's Chipotle Mexican Grill. You can see it's below long-term resistance. It broke briefly above it this past summer. And to me, it looks like CMG's breaking down. We've seen this in the past. CMG's gone 10, 15, 20% to the downside post-earnings. So had a big breakout, got above the support levels, breaking down. I don't see any room until we get down to about the $550, $500 level. But guess what? You go to CMG and you look at the options, you're like, my goodness, the option market's not going to let me trade this without taking me for everything I'm worth. Look at this. I mean, we're looking at a $52 move for CMG heading into earnings report after the bell today. The 555s, which are $90 out of the money, are $3.40 on the bid, $5 on the ask. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Well, we'll see what happens when the market opens. I think CMG is going to have a nice spike to the downside, but I'm not going to be able to get into the options unless I'm just crazy. We have earnings before the bell tomorrow. We are Coca-Cola, which has been breaking down. See this? Long-term trend line breaking down. This looks bearish to me, excuse me. And then pull up, let's get a little shorter term on this. I'll show you. There we go. We are below the long-term resistance, so this looks very bearish. We bounce back up. This is a great short here. Coca-Cola, short. Probably going to come back to about the 40.39.50 level. That's a beautiful trade there. This is earnings video UPB here, optionmillionaires.com. We have McDonald's also been breaking down from the $100 level. Right at support. I mean, look at that. I haven't brought up the McDonald's chart in quite a long time. Look how it came to long-term trendline support. Pull back 60-day. And you can see it's bounced along it a couple times over the last month and a half. This might be a short-term bullish. Everybody's so bearish on McDonald's, it seems, these days. So I'm not going to trade it via earnings. Let's look at Harley-Davidson, which is breaking down. A lot of stocks here recently. I was going through some charts here this weekend. I'm like, wow, let's see, what are we going to buy here? But everything seems to be breaking down. You see how it came up beautifully? We have the Abenomics low trend line. Came up. It kissed it. It's like, hello. There's just one last kiss before we say goodbye. So yeah, Harley-Davidson. This looks, as much as you want to sit there and buy the dip here, I think we could see continued downside here. $45 level. This could be one of those stocks when the earnings report comes out. You'll get all those, hindsighttrader.com accounts coming out. Yeah, I was short Harley-Davidson. Harley-Davidson. I can't pronounce the name. But yeah, sign up here as I show you how to initiate a 400% downside trade via put options. Because I'm the best trader in the entire planet. And I even went to Mars and got my degree in option trading. So I'm great. This is one of those stocks that you could see significant downside here. Looking possibly for the 50 break. So maybe I'll get into those and I'll be like, hey, I got my option trading degree at Saturn. And I mooned one of their moons. What do they got, like 14 moons on Saturn? iRobot. This chart looks really weak. They have earnings tomorrow. Look at iRobot. We had a similar kind of topping pattern here. We have another one. This is nice. This is almost some sort of a head and shoulders robotic vacuum pattern. But the $30 level, once that levy breaks, we don't even need this one. Let's get that out of here. Once that breaks, we're going to go back to the 1750 level. So keep an eye on that. We have Cree earnings report, looks very weak here as well. I would look at support here at the $25 level. Let's go into Wednesday. This is all Tuesday. We have AT&T. Verizon comes out. We have Boeing. Now look at Boeing. Boeing's at great support levels. I mean, a break below 120, we're going to see 75. This is a really important earnings report for Boeing. I'm not getting into the stock in either direction, but I figured I'd bring it up. We also have, with Boeing, we have NOC, Northrop Grumman, which is broken below long-term trendline support. Dow, which is, wow. I mean, this, if you want to look at a chart that exemplifies possibly the bullish case being done for stocks, this is it. Look at Dow. Wow. Look at that candle. Look at that wick. This is after a long-term trend line reversal from the lows in 2009. Let's go to Microsoft. This is something I might trade for puts, but somebody's already been buying the puts. You know, it's like it's kind of like, you know, when you're in college, it's like, wow, my buddy's already been with her, so I'm just going to move on to something else. Microsoft support here lies at about the 41 level, so that's probably where the earnings report's going to take us. This morning they're out with some news talking about how they have the next device that's going to head into the wearable tech arena. We have Amazon with earnings. Amazon looks weak as well, but right here, 285, what is that, 280? That's the support, so we'll see if we hit that, and then we get a good bounce. Let's go to Caterpillar. I'm just going to end this video here. We have earnings. If you have any questions, ask me in the chat room at optionmillionaires.com. Be more than happy to answer it. I think Caterpillar's got more downside coming. We'll see if that earnings report this week, Thursday, does it. And Pandora is certainly broken out of this megaphone topping pattern. And then we have some airline stocks reporting earnings. We have Love. This might, you know, keep an eye on it. Ebola is coming out. It's been a great run-up from the middle of 2013. We might see a big drop in some of these airline stocks. We have Love, which is Southwest Airlines. We have JetBlue, which I think is already down significantly. No, we might see some downside here on some airline. One bonus chart. I like to do the bonus chart. Big. I was talking about this when it was $26. It is now at, what's it at? Ding, 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 ding. Whoa, come on down. It's $44. And this is one of the best shorts here coming into the earnings season. You can bring a trend line across here. Perfect. I mean, that's perfect. We're in a channel. We're coming down back to the bottom of the channel again. All right. I got to go. UPB here. It's the start of a new trading week. We got a lot of earnings coming in. I'll let you know any kind of trades I get in the Twitter account or in the chat room at optionmillionaires.com. Goodbye.